Well, good morning, hello, whatever time of day it is where you are, hello. The title of the video today for the 21st is The Challenge of Facing Our Fears. With Abraham, I too look for a city which has foundations, whose builder and maker is God. Yet the thing which I greatly feared is come upon me, and that which I was afraid of is come unto me. Yes, those are quotes from the King James Version of the Bible I memorized early in life. Earlier they came to mind, and try as I did, I could not stop the haunting message. So what do I fear? As much as I don't even want to ask, it screams at me. I fear living my whole life in vain, failing to help bring the kingdom of heaven to earth for all humanity to enjoy. I fear not having enough money to meet my needs in this present evil world. Mostly, however, I fear abandonment by God. Some say that I am a mirror. What do you look for, and what do you fear? Indeed, it's early in the morning here, uh, just past 7 a.m. in Melbourne, Australia. And I've been awake off and on through the night with these challenging thoughts going through my mind. And I've come halfway around the world to try to center myself and find answers. What I found is abandonment by the people who invited me here. I found abandonment by people who made promises to me. I also found a very good friend who didn't break his promises, who stood by me. I'm talking about Peter Van Runt, of course. And I have found myself in the same predicament that I've been in the past. This time multiplied by a factor that I don't even know what the factor is because I'm so far away from the familiar, so far away from home, so far away from my ability to escape. I'm here with myself most of the time in a motel room with strangers that I don't really know, that don't know where I'm coming from spiritually, that uh, are just foreign to me, though they speak my language more or less. I mean, Australian isn't the same as American English, but it's close enough that you can get the gist of what is being said. But in any case, I've had to face Ron. I've had to look at my life and ask myself again and again and again, am I going to accomplish what I thought I had been born to do from my earliest childhood? That is, bring the kingdom of heaven to earth. It's a frightening thought to me that I will die failing to do exactly that. Very few people probably can understand where I'm coming from on this. I know my son doesn't. I know my daughter doesn't. I'm not saying they don't love me, but they don't see the frustration. They don't feel what I'm feeling in thinking that the promises of God might not be promises of God at all. They might just be another religious fairy tale, another lie that's been planted in our psyche to give us false hope, only to let us be dashed against the cruel rocks of reality in a world that is run by demons and insane men and women who have no good intention other than domination and control and theft of the wealth of the majority of people who live on the planet. This is abhorrent to me, to be here, to see what's going on, to recognize the horrible truth of a world run by psychopaths, the horrible truth, and to feel helpless, not being able to do anything about it. That creates a feeling of hopelessness. Again, hopelessness of wondering if I've been led down a primrose path, believing a lie, only to be so greatly disappointed. These are real fears. It's a real fear to live on a planet where money is required and not have the ability to generate more money, although people have donated because of some of the way the system works. Some of what's been donated is tied up, and I'm not able to get it easily. I'm not able to use it as simply as I'd like to be able to. And of course, that's frustrating. I'm rambling, and I know I'm rambling, but these are things that have been plaguing me on this trip as I have to spend so much time alone in my room. I'd like to have people coming from various places in this part of Australia to meet me and to have conversations with me. I even welcome visitations by strangers or connections with strangers, as happened in the restaurant a couple of days ago. That gentleman who is a Christian who believes a lot of the same things that I was taught, and he's still believing them. He just keeps pushing, like most everyone, they keep pushing them further and further away from the present moment, thinking it's going to take longer and longer for the promises to be fulfilled. I don't feel I have an infinite amount of time. I don't know how much time I have left, but I've almost died once, maybe twice. I've had 2 open heart surgeries, neither of which were wonderful. Although the first one, I had a wonderful lady to help nurse me. She was a nurse to help nurse me through and rebuild my strength. This time, that's not the case. This time, I face the battle alone. I face my fears alone. Nobody seems to understand. Even some of my best friends do not think like I'm thinking, do not see what I'm seeing, do not feel what I'm feeling. And as I said in the blurb, I wonder, has God abandoned me to a hopeless life, to a life where what I see is that I've been deceived. And I had a program on for a long time called Be Not Deceived. God is not mocked. Whatsoever a man sows, that shall he also reap. And I believed it. I've believed so much in my life, and yet not seen the actualization of the things that I hoped for and longed for. I've seen instead disappointment followed by disappointment. It's not been an easy ride, and I don't know how it's going to end. I'd like to see it end with the kingdom of God actually manifested. I'd like to see it end with these demons that have run amok on the world for so long finally being brought to justice. I'd like to see a world where everyone can rejoice and be fulfilled and experience love. That's my dream. Instead, I face my fears. Thank you for listening. Namaste.